It is time for my final thought. Now, the Supreme Court struck a blow to millions of workers Monday in the first of two major disputes this term pitting corporations against labor unions. In a 5-4 decision controlled by the court's conservative wing, the justices ruled that employers have the right to insist that labor disputes get resolved individually rather than allowing workers to join together in class action lawsuits. Now, this is terrible. We're going to lose all those mesothelioma and transvaginal mesh commercials. I got that out correctly the first time. I'm so impressed with myself. All daytime commercials about epidemics I never heard of aside, this is bad for workers as there's always strength in numbers when dealing with your employer. Actually, there's strength in numbers in dealing with anybody except evidently for Thanos. Now, the risk of retaliation becomes real when it's you and your lawyer up against a corporation with the resources to tie you up in litigation for years. It's unfortunate that the rights of companies have become more important than the rights of the people who work for them. The Supreme Court has been deferential in the past to arbitration agreements as a way to resolve disputes over pay, benefits, and other matters without going to court. Last year, 54% of companies reported using arbitration clauses in contracts. About 1/3 of the contracts barred workers from banding together. Now, this is going to benefit big business, and I implore everybody to read up on yesterday's decision and see how it affects your workplace. Knowing your rights is always important, but it surely is now. The president was elected partly because people believe he would fight for the average Joe, that he would focus on the struggles of the forgotten and seemingly disappearing middle class. This is a step in the other direction.